Pretty privilege is real. And if that sentence made you either roll your eyes, flinch, or want to argue with me, that is exactly why we are having this conversation. While people are too busy debating whether pretty privilege is fair, other women are quietly learning the rules of the game and using that to change their lives. So you could sit in the comments and complain about it all day, or you could learn how to create your own version, ethically, intentionally, and on your own terms. And no, this is not you either look like a model or you're doomed. This is you treating your appearance, your energy, and your standards like they matter, and let the world respond to that. So let's rebuild how you think about this from the ground up. I'm gonna say this as gently and as honest as possible. We live in a world where people make snap decisions in 3 seconds, not after getting to know your soul, not after hearing your story. 3 seconds. There's an actual psychological concept for this, and it's called the halo effect. In simple terms, when somebody sees one positive aspect of you, like looking put together, healthy, polished, confident, their brain automatically assumes that you have other positive traits about you. You're more competent, more trustworthy, more interesting, and they're gathering that off almost nothing. Is it always accurate? No, but it happens every day, everywhere, whether you like it or not. Here is your first reframe. Pretty privilege isn't just about genetics. It's about presentation, how you show up for yourself, how much effort you put in, what energy communicates even before you speak. You walk into the room with chipped nails, wrinkled clothes, your hair not done, shoulders slumped, your eyes dead from scrolling. You are sending a signal to everybody. When you walk into the room well groomed, you smell good, you stand tall, you're calm, and have a composed face, you are sending a completely different signal. Same girl, 2 different standards. Here is where a lot of women get stuck. They think that pretty privilege is something that the world gives to you, like a stamp of approval. They think if enough people find me attractive, then I win. But if they don't, then I lose. And no. Pretty privilege, the way that we're talking about it, starts with the way that you treat yourself. Your brain has a filter system called the reticular activating system. It decides what you notice, what you ignore, and what you believe about yourself. If all day you tell yourself, I'm just average, no one looks at me, I'm the ugly friend, your brain will go to work and start collecting evidence. It will ignore compliments, it will magnify rejection, it will replay that one bad photo that you took in 2016 like it's your ID. You do not get to bully your own reflection and then be mad when the world doesn't treat you like a masterpiece. From now on, you do not speak to yourself in a way that you wouldn't even speak to your own sister, your own friend. Instead, I want you to feed your brain with very specific instructions. I am a woman who presents herself with care. I am a woman who looks like she respects herself. I am a woman who is worthy of extra effort. Not to manifest delusion, but to command your brain to notice opportunities, habits, solutions that match your identity. Let's make this practical, because mindset without maintenance is literally just a Pinterest board. Pretty privilege in real life often looks like you are constantly clean, polished, and intentional, to the point where it becomes your baseline and not just for special occasions. Here are 4 non-negotiables. Number 1 is skin and hygiene. I'm not saying that you need perfect skin, but you need some sort of routine. Making sure that you're washing your face, you're moisturizing your face, you're drinking water, and you're getting enough sleep. You're taking daily showers, you smell good, you handle basic grooming like shaving or waxing, whatever your preference is, putting on deodorant, making sure you're brushing your teeth, your breath smells good. Number 2 is your hair. You don't need to spend all this money on your hair, just needs to be intentional. No more week-old slip back bun with a ton of product buildup. I want you to choose 1 or 2 go-to hairstyles that you could do quickly that makes you look polished even on a random Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day of the week it is. So the 3rd is your nails and hands. It's not about luxury, it's just about care. So you don't need to go get a full set every 2 weeks or get your nails done every 2 weeks. You could wear a press-on nails. You don't even have to wear nail polish. As long as your nails are clean, they're trimmed. Even if you do have nail polish, your nails are not chipped, or if you have acrylic, none of the nails are broken off. Number 4 is your clothing. This is where a lot of women self-sabotage. It's not just about what you wear. Do your clothes look like they've been chosen with respect? Check for wrinkles, stains. Are you constantly having to pull, adjust? Pretty privilege often looks like clothes that actually fit your body type, and it doesn't scream, I got dressed in the dark. I want you to start looking put together, even if you're running errands. I'm not saying you need full glam and you need a whole outfit. I'm just saying that you need to look clean and intentional. This part may hurt a little bit, but I say it with love. It is not just your features, it is your expression. Your resting bitch face looks angry, defensive, and permanently exhausted. Send a message even before you open your mouth. So I want you to ask yourself this: what does my face say when I'm not thinking about it? Here is a little practice that I want you to do. So the first step is practice a neutral, soft face. So in the mirror, I want you to relax your jaw, unclench your teeth, drop your shoulders, and slightly soften your eyes. You're not faking a smile, you're just taking the I hate everything tension off of your face. So number 2 is the basic enhancement, not a mask. If you like makeup like me, that's amazing. I want you to use it strategically. But if you're somebody who doesn't really like makeup, that is absolutely fine, but you still need presence. So I want you to focus on your brow shape, having some visible lashes, either having false lashes, cluster lashes, mascara, making sure that your lips are moisturized and hydrated, or adding like a bit of color to your face, or just having an even skin tone. Number 3 is eye contact and micro smiles. So you don't need to be bubbly, outgoing. When you look at somebody, I need you to look like you see them. I want you to start holding eye contact for a few seconds longer than you normally do. And I know sometimes making eye contact feels awkward, but I just want you to try it. And I want you to also try to do tiny, respectful micro smiles. Not flirty, not fake, just opened. People are drawn to a face that looks safe, warm, and aware. You can keep your high standards, but still also look approachable. Now let's dig a little bit deeper. There are women who might not be the most traditionally beautiful in the room, yet everybody notices them. You're probably wondering why. It's because of how they move. Let's set some body language standards. Number 1 is posture. You cannot look like that woman hunched over like a question mark. I need you to put your shoulders back, not be stiff, neck long, and chest open. I want you to imagine that a string is pulling you from the crown of your head. Number 2 is the walk. You need to start walking with intention. No rushing like you're always late or you're in trouble. No tiny like frantic steps. I want you to slow down by maybe 5 to 10% of your normal speed. Ground your feet and let your arms move naturally. Number 3 is gestures and fidgeting. People read confidence or the lack of it through your hands. So I want you to reduce touching your hair every 3 seconds. Limit the nervous phone checks when you're in social situations. If you're always adjusting, covering, or hiding yourself, you're telling the world that you do not want to be seen. Number 4 is your voice. It's not about sounding perfect. It's about being audible and calm. I want you to slow your speech down slightly. Finish your sentences. I don't want no nervous giggles after every sentence that you say. Pretty privilege is not just about how you look. It's a full package about how you move, you speak, and you carry yourself. Let's be honest, there is nothing privileged about being stunning and miserable because your standards are on the floor. Pretty privilege is wasted if you tolerate disrespect and low effort people. This is your new standard. Number 1, you do not chase where you are not chosen. You are not double texting someone who has already shown you their inconsistency. You are not begging on social media by posting thirst traps that you don't even feel good about. Number 2 is you don't stay in environments that make you feel small, ugly, or too much. That group of friends that are secretly competing with you, that job where they only notice your appearance and never your work, that situationship that's keeping you in an emotional limbo. You do not have to burn everything overnight, but I want you to start planning your exit because your energy, when you're constantly being disrespected, seeps into your face, your posture, and your aura. Number 3, you expect effort from yourself and other people. You are not the only one showing up dressed well, on time, and prepared, while everyone around you is treating you like an option. So if somebody wants access to you romantically, socially, professionally, effort is a bare minimum. That is not being high maintenance, that is being appropriately maintained. You cannot look polished living in a digital and physical chaos. Eventually, it will start to show. Ask yourself, what does my room look like right now? What does my bathroom counter look like right now? What does my car, bag, desk look like right now? If everything around you is cluttered, dirty, disorganized, it will start to chip away at how you feel about yourself. So you could start small. Clear your nightstand, wash your bedding. Now let's talk about digitally. So what does your social media say about you? Is every picture a cry for validation? Is every story a rant, a complaint, or drama? Do you look like a woman who respects her reputation? You could be fun, silly, sexy even, without giving strangers full access to your dignity. This is where it all connects. If you are trying to copy somebody else's version of pretty privilege, you will always look like the bootleg version. You are not manufacturing an aesthetic. You are upgrading your standards to match the woman you already know you could be. So ask yourself, if I fully believe that I am worthy of respect, the second I walk in the room, how would I dress? How would I speak? How would I treat my body? How would I let others treat me? Write it down in detail. That becomes your standard. Obviously, not everything will change overnight, but every tiny choice like washing your face, making your bed, ironing your shirt, walking with your head up, saying no to disrespect adds another brick to the identity that you're building. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not doing any of this to beg for crumbs. You are doing this to show your brain, your body, the world, I take myself seriously. Pretty privilege is not this magical VIP pass that is handed out to people. It's often just visual evidence of a woman who has decided, I am worth the skincare, I am worth the effort, I am worth the clean space, I am worth the standards. And once you really decide that, you start to notice something. People respond different, they hold the doors, they listen more carefully, they're more respectful, opportunities pop up, not because the world suddenly gets nicer, but because you start to broadcast a different signal. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Not just think about it, actually do it for the next 7 days. So number 1, I want you to speak to yourself like someone you are responsible for protecting. Number 2 is choose a grooming upgrade. Maybe it's your hair, your nails, basic skincare. I want you to stay consistent with it. Number 3 is to choose one posture or body language standard. Maybe it's walking slower and taller, or keeping your shoulders back and your jaw relaxed. Number 4 is to choose one environmental upgrade. Maintain one space. That could be your bedroom, your bathroom, your desk. Number 5, choose one social standard. Maybe it's not texting that person back. Maybe it's saying no to plans that drain you. You are training your brain to understand this is who I am now. You do not have to be born with anything special to create your own pretty privilege. You have to decide that you are no longer going to be that girl who treats herself like an afterthought.